everyone! Today we're working on some Cricut projects, and our first projects will be these acrylic stands, and they have these little blocks that we're going to use a furniture touch-up marker to kind of stain them. It's a quicker, cheaper, less messy way of getting that stained look. And I just went ahead and used that on all the bases. They have like 3 different colors that come in the set at the dollar store. Okay, we cut out a Christmas tree out of vinyl on the Cricut machine. And we're going to weed out these little circles. And we're going to use our transfer tape and the little scraper to scrape it smooth. I'm going to try to get no bubbles in there. Then take off the backing. We're going to take our acrylic piece and then you line it up and use the scraper tool to get it on there nice and smooth. Then you remove the transfer tape and scrape it a little bit more to make sure it's all adhered on there. And I added some little stars on the Christmas tree later. And this one is a wreath that we're doing. It's the same process. Want to make sure it fit. You want to measure things before you cut them out to make sure it'll fit to the size. Use your transfer tape. Remove the backing. Get it where you want it. And scrape it down. Remove the transfer tape. And for the wreath, I cut out a little bow to go on the top. And I also cut out some red circles to go around the wreath to look like berries. Then we're doing a little gnome. Again, get it lined up. Use your scraper to, if you start from one side down, that helps so you don't get so many bubbles in there and that it adheres good. And I wanted something a little more detailed for this one, so I did a Santa. And he's got a lot of pieces to take off. Be careful when you weed those ones that you don't take off the wrong pieces. And with the acrylic stands and the acrylic ornaments that I'm going to do, I am going to put white acrylic paint on the back so that you can see the image a little better. This is one of the acrylic ornaments, and we're doing some little bells, a little pattern. I just liked the pattern, and it was more detailed. Once you try this a couple times, it's pretty easy. A snowflake, I used I think it's a rose gold foil looking HTV vinyl. A gingerbread man. A nativity scene. And I have some more ornaments I did, you'll see at the end. Next project, we're taking this Dollar Tree sign and we're using some gray Waverly chalk paint, and we're going to paint the frame. And the beads. And then I cut out Merry Christmas. We're going to put Mary down on the first line. And I printed Christmas out a little bit bigger, a different font. And then we needed to add some more to this sign, give it more interest, zhuzh it up. I put some jute twine, a large kind of jute twine, and hot glued all the way around the frame so you couldn't see the, you know, the little particle board is put together on the ends. And now we're going to make a little bow. I have this little burlap and buffalo check ribbon that goes with the colors of the sign. I'm just going to fold it over, 2 little loops at each side. And I wanted to do a bottom piece that just sticks out each end a little bit more. Get some good scissors to cut through ribbon. I switched to my fabric scissors, and we're going to dovetail the ends of the bottom piece. Okay, so we've got our loop and our bottom piece, and we're just gonna scrunch them together till you get the look that you want. And I used a zip tie. I believe the dollar store has zip ties, or if you just have some at home, those are a good way to secure your bows. You could use ribbon or something else too if you want. And just snip off the end. And then I put some more of that twine over the zip tie. Then I found some florals, these little like frosted eucalyptus. And we're just going to take it apart because we don't want this big piece. We want the little pieces. And then we're just going to glue a couple on each side of the bottom. And add the bow. Make sure you get a good amount of hot glue in there so it doesn't fall off. And here's our little Merry Christmas sign. Okay, now I had this wood round from the Dollar Tree. I'm not sure if they carry these anymore. There was one day where I just lucked out and they had put those out and I bought all of them that they had. And that was probably a year or two ago. Just using some white acrylic paint. I'm gonna put 2 coats of that on. And for this project, I just wanted it to be a little more fun and detailed. And I really wanted to do a gingerbread house. So I already printed out the house, and now we're doing the white on the house, which was pretty detailed. It took me quite a while to weed all this off, but it was kind of relaxing to sit there and weed all the little pieces out. So the back of the house was just one big piece, and then we weeded all the little pieces off. And again, use the transfer tape and make sure it goes on smooth. Start from one side. Pull off, if you pull off the backing at like an angle there and flat, if it doesn't come off right away, it helps kind of roll it off. I thought this was really cute, but it needed some more. It was too plain in the background. So I printed off a tree, and then I found these little gingerbread man and gingerbread lady, and they were just big enough to go at the bottom of the round, and a little candy cane. And I still wanted to add something else, so I had this little fuzzy ribbon that I just made a little bow out of, but I didn't want it just, you know, all 2 colors, so I wanted to add a little bit of red in there. So I just cut off a couple pieces to go underneath the ribbon or the bow. And then one piece to go on the middle of the bow. And then I hot glued the ribbon down. And then the bow. And then I put the hanger back in. And voila. And here they are all finished. Thank you guys for watching my Cricut Christmas ideas.